Hi, welcome to Ms. Cunningham's second period social psych project. Today we will be talking about the lengths taken to conform to social standards. In this scenario, we are the administration of a high school. A group of girls on campus have made an expensive brand of clothing the only acceptable thing to wear to school. This has resulted in girls resorting to theft to gain social acceptance through their outfits. We have identified some causes which we think have had a part in creating this issue. First, the cognitive dissonance theory, which states we act to reduce the discomfort we feel when two of our thoughts are inconsistent. For example, feeling bad for stealing, but wanting to be accepted more. Secondly, conformity, which states adjusting one's behavior or thinking to coincide with a group standard. The girls on campus feel the need to conform to what the other girls believe is the only acceptable thing to wear to school. Thirdly, de-individuation, which is the loss of self-awareness and self-restraint occurring in group situations that foster arousal and anonymity. Groupthink is the mode of thinking that occurs when the desire for harmony in a decision-making group overrides a realistic appraisal for alternatives. Both of these are just examples of why girls may have decided to steal the clothing instead of finding other means to buy them. Lastly, in-group bias is the tendency to favor one's own group. The popular girls on campus have created a standard which has to be met, otherwise other girls feel inferior. Some might steal simply because they want to have something that they can't otherwise afford or their parents won't buy them. Sadly, some teenagers will do anything just to feel accepted by their peers. They know that stealing is wrong, but they risk it just to feel socially accepted. Peer pressure is one reason why people shoplift. Some might do it to seem cool or daring. Some do it because their friends shoplift and they want to be part of the group. Some people shoplift because they want things their classmates have but can't afford them. This quote by Solomon Asch is from his research upon opinions and social pressure. It states, "When the consensus comes under the dominance of conformity, the social process is polluted and the individual at the same time surrenders the powers on which his functioning as a feeling and thinking being depends." From this and the following video, we understand that your brains are still developing and sometimes your judgment may be clouded as adolescents, but still, stealing is wrong.
Because your brain, as an adolescent, is built to help you do that. Compared to children and adults, the teenage brain is really good at seeking out new experiences, enjoying thrills, and seeking out risks. It's also really good at recognizing social or being sensitive to social and emotional information. And so for that reason, the teenage brain is really responsive to rewards and emotions when making decisions. And in my laboratory at UCLA and laboratories all around the world, we're interested in uncovering that very question. How does the teenage brain make decisions? One of the first discoveries relevant to this topic was made when we discovered that the part of your brain in the very front, called the prefrontal cortex, which is the last brain region to develop, because your brain develops from the back to the front, continues to change up until the mid-20s. And the reason this is relevant is because the prefrontal cortex is a part of your brain that helps you think about the consequences or potential consequences of your actions before you do them. It helps you regulate your behavior and your emotions. And so it makes sense that if this part of the brain isn't fully available until well past adolescence, then teenagers may make more impulsive decisions with less regard for the potential future consequences.
We have decided to implement a program at school where once a month students can gather in the gym with gently used clothing to trade. We are also partnering with Plato's Closet to exchange clothing for money. We are also expanding punishment for students who are caught stealing on or off campus. We believe this solution will deter kids from stealing and will foster a sense of community. Thank you for listening to our presentation.